Yai die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. Yai die die die. Yai die 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 die. Yai die 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 die. Die, 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 die. Yay, die, die, die. Yay, die, 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 die. Yay, die, 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 die. Yay, die, die. Die, 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 die. Yay, die, 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 die. Yay, die, die, die. Yay, die, die, die. Yay, die, 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 die. Yay, die, die, die. Die, 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 die. Boker Tov, good morning. We continue our journey through the morning service with Kriyat Shema U'Birchoteha, the recitation of Shema and its blessings. And the first of those blessings, Yotzer Or, in which we praise God as creator of light. We offer our gratitude for the experience of the divine presence and the ongoing work of creation, the presence of the divine in the natural world. Yesterday we focused on the opening line, which, as noted, is taken 90% from the book of Isaiah, with that one significant change of referring to God not as creator of hara, of trouble, or conflict, or even evil, but as creator of hakol, as creator of everything. We'll continue this morning, just a line later, essentially, with what is perhaps my favorite passage in the entire Siddur, and certainly my favorite within this blessing itself. The text continues, Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. God, you illumine the earth and all who dwell there in your great mercy and compassion, and in goodness you always continually renew the work of creation. Creation here is ongoing. Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. It is part of the nature of God's goodness to fuel the continuing process of creation. Now, this seems to conflict with the passage in the book of Genesis, the creation story that opens the Torah. It begins, Bereshit bara Elohim. In the beginning, God created, or something to that effect. However you translate it, it's clearly in the past. But for the rabbis, creation is very much a continuing process. So commenting on this, Rabbi Lawrence Kushner draws from a teaching of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Berdichev. Rabbi Yitzchak asked, why is the Genesis version stated in the past, God bara, created, and here in the Siddur, we have God as creating new every moment? The answer, says Rabbi Levi Yitzchak, is that there are two modes of religious consciousness, of being in the world, that correspond to these two descriptions of creating, one in which it is a thing of the past, and the other which is present here and now. Rabbi Kushner says that when we regard ourselves as entirely separate from, independent of, and other than God, if there's us here and God there, then God has created the world and left, and it's done. But when we realize that we are manifestations of the divine, that we are part of God, that our awareness and our actions are dissolved into the divine, then the process of creation is not complete at all, but is very much continuous. Creation happens even at this very moment as I speak these words. Indeed. I look out my window. It's a little cloudy, but the breeze is blowing. I can see the trees swaying. I can see leaves greening. I can hear the birds singing. The world is wakeful. It is alive. It is becoming. That is true always, but especially we feel it in this spring season. The creation happens anew every hour of every day. And then we turn our gaze from out our windows into inward into ourselves. And we see that we're not the same people we were 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or last week, or yesterday. We are shaped by each new day's experiences. And we have the opportunities to make new and different choices again and again and again every hour of every day. So outside and inside, creation continues all the time. How will we welcome this new day? How will we welcome the changes in the world around us? How will we welcome the changes within ourselves? Uvshuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. In your goodness, Eternal One, you renew every day the work of creation without and within. May we be open and receptive to it. Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. In your goodness you renew every day the work of creation. In your goodness you renew every day creation's work. Mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. What will we do with this new creation that we are given within and without today? Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu couple of announcements of sort. We'll continue with our Torah study today, Zoom link at noon, live discussion. Talmud study will, as always, be at noon Tuesday, tomorrow. We'll conclude with the counting of the Omer. Today we focus on Netzach Shebetiferet, on enduring presence, or the need for persistent, ongoing compassion. We might ask ourselves some questions from Rabbi Simon Jacobson as we focus on enduring compassion. Am I ready to stand up and to fight for another? Am I compassionate, not just when I feel good, but when I'm tired? Is my compassion enduring? Is it consistent? Does it prevail among other forces in my life? Can I be compassionate when I'm busy with other things? Enduring compassion. It's easy to be compassionate for a moment when your heart feels it. How can we carry it with us through the day? Hayom Shmana Asar Yom Shehem Shnei Shavuot V'Arba'a Yamim LaOmer. Today is the 18th day of the Omer.